If you're looking to start an affiliate marketing blog, but you're brand new to blogging or affiliate marketing or even just making money online, this will be a very step-by-step tutorial to help you get started. Now, I'm going to do everything on my computer screen for you so you can see and follow along all the way till the end. And if you do follow along until the end, you'll have all the products you want to promote. You'll have your niche all chosen. You'll have at least 6 months worth of articles that you want to write, and you'll have the outlines and everything you need to write them. I'm also going to show you all the tools that will really make this process a lot faster for you. And since I'm assuming you're a beginner and you're not making a ton of money, we're going to focus on the free or very, very budget-friendly tools that you can use to make this blog go faster. Now, let's not waste any time. Let's start by talking about a niche. Now, the way Google works is you can't really do well if you create a blog that talks about everything. So if you're a big fan of food, but you're also a fan of sports and you're also a fan of fashion, you can't create a blog that does all of those. You'll probably not do very well. Google wants you to choose a category, also called a niche, and you need to stick with that. Now, the way I always recommend doing it is getting very specific with your niche. And so you don't want to just say, oh, I'm a fan of making money online, or I'm a fan of sports. You want to go very, very deep, because it's going to be very hard as a new blogger to compete with other large blogs unless you go very niche. And what I mean by that is, if we're doing sports, for example, we need to go narrow. We need to say, hey, we're doing sports, but we're picking one specific sport, and this blog is going to be all about that. Or let's say you're a fan like me of creative ways to make money. You can say, my blog's about making money, but I'm going very much more specific. It's about making money online. It's about one specific way of making money online, for example, affiliate marketing. You'll find that in the very beginning, if you focus on one tiny space inside of a broader space, that you'll do much better. So I'm going to show you on the screen here. We'll leave a link to this down below and you can look. This is 2,531 little tiny micro niches on the internet where you can go on and see success much quicker. So you'll see when you head over to that page, you can scroll forever. There is tons of different niches, and you can see they've gone very in depth. Instead of just a baby blog, we've got baby development, baby feeding, baby gifts. You can go very, very niche, and you'll do a lot better if you focus like that in the beginning, and you can expand after that. Now, the next thing you're going to do, just to make sure that your niche works, that your niche actually has people looking for it, and there's a lot of ways to make money in that niche, you're going to go to this tool called wordstream.com. Again, it's totally free. Let's go back to that baby example, and we're going to type in the word baby. You're going to type in your broad keyword, okay? The main topic that you're going to talk about, and we're going to click find my keywords. And what you're looking for is at least 10 to 20 to 30,000 people searching for that broad keyword every single month inside of a Google search. Now you can see here it's saying for the keyword baby, we've got over 1 million people searching every month. We've got diapers, over 600,000. We've got all kinds of baby clothes, 135,000. There's a lot of different spaces that we can take up inside the baby niche, and clearly there's a lot of potential in this niche. Once you've chosen a niche that you feel comfortable with, then you're going to move on to actually creating the blog. And this is going to be a few steps to actually get everything set up, and then we're going to show you how to actually start thinking of content and things like that. The next thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to sign up for a host, and a host is just where our website is being stored online. We can't store it on our computer because our computer is not always connected to the internet, so we're going to need to pay someone to keep our website always online so it can always be accessed. Now, the host I recommend, and the host that's also sponsoring this video, thankfully, is hostinger.com. And you can go to hostinger.com/Spencer, which we will leave a link down to below, and it'll take you right here. And you can see they're currently doing a deal, and if you're watching this video right now, you might see something similar, or depending on when you watch, you might see a different deal. But you're going to see it's going to give you a few different plans, and you can see that the really big difference, at least for me, is going from one website to 100 websites with the premium plan. So if there's a chance you're going to create a couple different blogs, obviously there's a much better deal on the premium plan. Now, after I click add to cart, you'll see that the price you're being quoted is typically the yearly price, or maybe even the 48-month price. So if you're going to go month to month, the price does go up quite a bit, but they're going to give you a large discount if you can commit to using it for at least 1 year. Now, whatever deal they're having, you can also get an additional coupon code using just my name, which is Spencer. So if you type in Spencer, it's going to throw in an additional 10% off of whatever the price is that it's showing you. Then you'll fill in your credit card information and you'll move on. Now, as long as you chose one of the plans that was 12 months or over, which was all of the plans except for that first one, you're going to see once you've created your account and moved through that account creation process that there's going to be a free domain that you can claim. And so you're going to want to click claim domain. If you're not familiar with what a domain is, my domain is buildapreneur.com, right? Apple's domain is apple.com. Amazon's is amazon.com. That's all a domain is. This is your website. Now, typically the first website that you want is not going to be available, so you might have to spend a little time thinking through what you want your site to be called. For example, we've been on the baby space this entire time, so if I said baby stuff, .net. We're going to go for .com, right? And I click check availability. It's probably taken. So you'll spend 5 or 10 minutes finding something that's not taken, but that you still like and are comfortable with. And you can see after goofing around for a little bit, I found the website, thebabyguys.com. If I was doing a baby blog and maybe I wanted to kind of focus it a little bit around me, it'd be kind of a fun one to do. So you'll see that I get it for free because we've already purchased a plan. We'll click claim domain and we're going to run with that. Now you will need to fill out all this information that it gives you. Once you have a domain name, it's going to need to get connected to your hosting plan. And you'll see right there in your main dashboard, or also known as your H panel up there, that you can connect to your hosting plan. And that basically says, I've got this website and I've purchased this hosting plan for me to host websites on. Can we connect the two? You can see I've got a couple different ones right here. We're going to click on this one and we're going to click select plan. Now it's going to work you through a few steps. You're probably going to be creating a new website, assuming you're new to this. Now it's going to give you a few different options. It's got an AI builder, which would save you a little bit of time. I personally like to use WordPress. I find that WordPress gives me a little bit more control, and I prefer to have that level of control. Now, if you're not familiar with WordPress, you can think of WordPress almost like a management system where you can use this interface to now interact with your website and really, really easily tell it what you want it to look like instead of having to code anything. So you're going to set up your WordPress account using an email and a password. It's going to give you some things called plugins that could potentially help your site. We're actually going to deselect these because we're going for a more beginner-friendly website here. We're not going to worry about a lot of this stuff right now. And again, it's going to give you some template options. Don't worry, we are going to build off templates, but we're not going to build off any of these templates. So we're just going to click skip. I don't need this template. Hostinger also does have some built-in content creation using AI. We're going to go a little bit above and beyond this again because of what we're doing with our blog, because our entire income is going to come from affiliate marketing. So we're going to skip that as well. Now's where it asks us to connect to the domain. We're going to choose the baby guys since we already have that domain, and we're going to finish setting up. And now we've got the website, we've got it hosted, it exists on the internet. We can now start giving it a look and a feel and actually creating. The next thing we're going to do is start editing our website. Next, we're going to click on admin panel right there, and it's going to take you to yourwebsite.com/WPadmin. And this is where you're going to, from now on, this is kind of where you're going to be editing your website, putting in content, all that stuff. You're really not going to deal with your Hostinger much more unless there's some kind of issue. You're going to be pretty much solely focused on using WordPress, which is actually how you interact with kind of the front end of your website. So we're going to need to do a few quick installations to get everything set up and to make it easy for you, right? We don't want to hand code this. So we're going to install some things that are going to basically pre-make the website, and then we can just do a few tweaks to the template and stuff like that to make it look like we want, but we're not going to have to code. So first you're going to head over here to appearance, and then you're going to click on themes. Now you're going to see it's going to have a theme already there. We're going to type in add new, and it's going to show all these ones. We're going to go with basically the most popular one because it's really good, Astra, and we're going to click install right there, and it's just going to install the theme for you. Then you're going to go ahead and click activate. Now that Astra is installed, we're going to hover over Astra right here, and we're going to click on customize, and there's a bunch of different things that we can customize in here. We're going to start with our homepage settings. So we're going to go right there, and we're going to set the homepage to show our latest post, because this is a blog, not really a traditional website, right, where people come just to learn more about our business and things like that. We're more promoting other people's products, and that's kind of all we do is blog about products. So you can see here, it's now showing me an example of what my homepage is going to look like, and it's essentially going to be all the most recent posts. So as we post all of this stuff on our affiliate marketing blog, it's going to show up here on our homepage. And then you can see right here, there'll be categories and things that we can do as well. Then you can always go back to that main menu with this back button right here. And then there's a few other things that I typically do. So I'm going to head to page right here. And this is where we identify what we want our pages to look like. You can see it can be full width. It can be really narrow or in between. I usually go with just a normal looking page like that. That's kind of what people have come to expect. Now you can also have a sidebar. And typically on blogs that are for affiliate marketing, we do have sidebars. We want people to click through and buy multiple things. We can put ads in our sidebars like we'll show you in a minute. So I typically use this one right here. That's the layout of each individual blog post that we're going to write to try to get affiliate commissions. And then we're going to go back one more time. Next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to go right here to blog, and we're going to identify what single blog posts should look like. Okay, so we've got these single blog posts, and again, we want those to look pretty similar. We want it to look normal, but we want to have that layout right there, and everything else is good right there. So now we're going to click on publish. Now this is what our site is looking like right now, right? We've got the babyguys.com, we've got our first blog post, and then we've got a bunch of links to things that we don't actually have that exist. So our next step is to fix that. So we're going to hover over posts right here. We're going to go to categories, and essentially these are all the different kinds of posts that we're going to do, right? So if I'm a baby blog, I might do product reviews, I might do advice reviews, right? Where people say like, my baby is having this struggle, and you say, oh, you need to buy this product to help with that struggle. So there'll be 3 or 4 different categories that you want to do. So we're going to throw those in there real quick. You'll also notice that for each of these, we're going to give it a name, and we're going to give it a slug. A slug is what shows up after the URL right here. So it's going to say thebabyguys.com/ and then whatever I put in that slug. So for here, I'm going to say reviews. And now when someone goes to thebabyguys.com/reviews, that's where they're going to be taken. All right, so you can see here I added all the categories of things that I think I'm going to be writing about. Now remember, we're trying to make affiliate commissions off these, which means we're going to be referring people to products. So I'm trying to think of all the products categories that I'm going to be writing about. And as far as babies go, I'm pretty sure clothes, strollers, car seats, cribs, baby monitors, and then a big how-to section is about the gist of what we'll be writing about. So now we need to actually turn these into menu items. So these are the categories of what we're writing, but now we want to turn these into menus so that they'll replace everything that we're seeing right here. Now the way we do that is we hover over appearance again, and we're going to go to menus right here, and you're going to go here, and what you're going to do is you can see this is the current menu, what it's showing you right here. You're going to want to bulk select all of those. Oh, and it looks like it didn't work for some reason. Now what you're going to want to do is actually delete each of these. You can click remove on every single one of these. And instead, we're going to take these categories and make those the menu on our affiliate marketing blog. So I'm going to click on categories right here. I'm going to go to view all, and you can see I've got all these different categories that we've selected. We're not going to have the blog as a main category. And then we're just going to click add to menu, and it's going to pull all those over to our menu. And you can see that when I click save menu now, and I head over to my thebabyguys.com, it's now got all these nice categories up here that make sense when someone goes to a baby blog, right? Now the last step before we start figuring out what we're actually going to write about, designing posts, doing all that fun stuff, is we can see thebabyguys.com, not that great looking. We want a nice looking little logo that we can put there. Creating a logo is really easy. I use Canva. You can just Google AI logo generator if you're not happy with Canva, but I'll leave a link down here to a Canva AI logo generator. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in baby right here. Okay, and it's going to pull up all these different options for little baby logos. And you can go ahead and click on one and then customize it. So I'm going to click that right there, and I'm just going to delete this, and I'm going to delete that right there, and I'm going to run with this as my logo. So I'm going to click share up here. I'm going to click on download right here, and I'm going to choose a transparent background, and I'm going to download my new logo. Now I'm going to go back here to my main WordPress dashboard, right, the WP admin, and we're going to again go to customize this theme. So we're going to go to Astra, and we're going to go to customize right here, and this is part of our site identity. So I'm going to click on site identity right here, and you can see it wants my settings for my logo. We're going to change from that kind of ugly Astra logo right there to this new one that we just created. Once we select it, we'll click on select right there. And then it's going to say, oh, is this how much you want to be in there? And we're going to say, no, my logo is actually the entire thing. It is a square logo. We'll click on crop image right there. And you can see it's going to be huge. Not a problem. We'll just shrink it down by clicking this and dragging it down like that right there. And then you can see if you like that it says your site title there, go ahead and leave it. I'm just going to erase it right there, and I just want my logo and everything on the right. Once we're happy with what we're looking at, which I'm pretty happy with that right there, we're going to click on publish again. Now what you're seeing is the bare bones of a good looking affiliate marketing blog, right? We've got a logo, we've got all the categories that we're going to write in. Now whenever we write, it's going to automatically place them in their various locations depending on what we're writing about and what we categorize it as. All we need to do is start figuring out what we're going to write about and actually writing it. Now here's some really important advice as we move into this next section. The way blogging works is there's only one winner for each keyword typically that somebody types in, right? So if I typed in the best strollers, there's only one clear winner, right? It's this first website right here. And then maybe these next two websites will get a little bit of traffic. After that, nobody's getting any traffic. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually try to find keywords or things that people are definitely typing into Google where they're looking to buy stuff, but it's not very hard for a new small blog like ours to be the company that ranks. So for example, on this keyword, we're probably not going to go for the best strollers because we're going to be competing against the New York Times and babylist.com and Baby Gear Lab, which are big websites, and we're going to have a hard time competing with these big websites. So instead, as we're a new blog, we're going to kind of go for some smaller keywords that aren't as targeted by these big websites, but there's still plenty of potential for making money. And the way we do that, there's plenty of tools that are paid and free. We're going to focus on free because I'm assuming you don't have a big budget right here. We're going to go to a site called ubersuggest.com. Now it has a free and a paid option. Obviously the paid option is going to give you better data. You're going to come up with better ideas, but if you don't have the budget, you don't have the budget, and you can still get started. I'm just going to type in the word baby right here, and maybe I'll type in products and see what happens. Now I actually switched over to strollers instead of baby products because no one types in baby products. It doesn't really make sense. I chose a specific product and I chose strollers. Now when I click search, you can see right here, it's going to give me a bunch of things people type in. We're going to click on view all keyword ideas, and there's two very important bits of information that it's going to give us right here. The first one is volume. This is how many people are searching every single month for this right here. The next thing is SEO difficulty. And this is how many people are searching, but this is how hard it is for you to rank for it. And you can see 67 out of 100, pretty hard. So it'd be great to just rank for strollers, right? You get a ton of money for that, but very small chance you're able to do so. And so what we're going to do is we're actually going to look for scores that are green right here, like that, the 26, you can see Kingdom Strollers. Now I assume that's a brand of strollers. That's still getting 9,900 searches every single month, but it's much easier. It's much easier for a new blog to rank for. And the lower that number is, the better. If you can find volume combined with a low SEO difficulty, you've found yourself a good keyword to try and rank for in Google. Now, like I said, the paid version, you're going to get a ton more. You can see there's 12 pages. It's only giving you the most of the first page. So there's a ton more data where you're probably going to get some better ideas. But if you can't afford it, this is a good place to start. And you can do the exact same thing in a site called wordtracker.com. You'll type in strollers and you can see it's going to give you very similar data. It's going to give you volume and it's going to give you a competition score right here. And again, we found us a 21 out of 100 with 7,000 on Nuna strollers. We've got Duna strollers. Those might be the same thing. Stroller friendly trails. That might not be one we can make money off of. Yo-yo strollers, right? Up a baby strollers, city select double strollers, all these different strollers that we can start reviewing and diving into a little bit because they have easy volume. Now, one other thing you want to think about is buyer intent keywords. Okay, so when you think of what people are typing in, you need to think, should I write a whole article on this? Because are people that are typing this in, are they looking to purchase something typically? Or are they open to purchasing something at least, right? And if neither one of those is true, you probably don't want to waste time on it. For example, these stroller friendly hikes near me, they probably already have a stroller. They're looking for hikes. Yeah, maybe it's easy to rank for, but it's probably not worth the time because you're not going to make money off that because they're not looking to spend money. So you can type in something like best stroller and that'll give you some options that revolve around best stroller. And we can see what people that are actually looking to buy, right? They're looking for the best stroller for things. The best travel stroller, the best double stroller, the best stroller for toddlers, the best umbrella stroller. You can see we've now gotten into a specific niche of people. There's way less volume. You know, there's only 1,000 people or 900 people searching for these, but there's much more power in these searches because these people are all searching with credit cards in their hands to buy something. So you're going to spend about an hour and you're going to come up with a list of probably 100 to 200 different content ideas that you can start writing, right? All we've done is strollers here. We've got car seats, clothes, cribs, how to, which is massive in the baby space. We've got monitors, all these different things that we can start looking at and writing articles about. Now, typically the way I do it, and most big websites do it this way because this is what Google wants, and the more we can cater to what Google wants, the more traffic that we're going to be getting from Google. And what we do is we take all these categories and we create kind of a dominant post for that category. Meaning I would take car seats right here and I would say the ultimate guide to buying a car seat for your first baby or something, right? Where I'm creating kind of this ultimate guide talking all about car seats, everything you need to know and think about when you're buying car seats. Then that being kind of the main one in that category, then I'd have 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 different posts about individual little car seats, comparing different car seats, all those different kinds of posts. But I'd have that main one, and basically what they do is they link to each other. And so we create that main one, and then every single time we create a secondary one, we link to that main one. And anytime that we can do it in our main one, we link to those secondary ones. And we try to create almost this little silo, right? And this little silo that's all about car seats and it's linking to each other. And Google really loves to see that structure on a website. So for each of these, you'd probably want to have one long, massive article that really was like a buyer's guide to that one thing. And then you can go into the individual stuff after that. All right, all of that said, we've now got all of our content ideas. We're ready to start writing and putting content on our blog that will hopefully bring in traffic from Google that we can then monetize. So what we're going to be doing here, unless you've been living under a rock, AI is kind of taking over writing right now. Now, we don't want to solely rely on AI very specifically because we're making recommendations and things here, and we want to have us or a real person have a say in here, right? A real person that researches and things like that. But for the gist of the article, we can still use AI to do a lot, in fact, a vast majority of the work. So here's how you go about writing each article. First, you need to come up with an outline. You need to do a little bit of research and you need to be the one to come up with an opinion. Hopefully you've chosen a niche that you know something about, and then you won't need to do a ton of research, right? You'll hopefully already have an opinion and have a good idea of a lot of the products and stuff that you already want to talk about. But if not, you can always head to Amazon, you can head to YouTube, other blogs. You can spend about 15, 20 minutes researching and finding a good, decent, basic outline. Then you're going to give that outline to an AI writer, and the AI writer can fulfill fulfill what you've outlined. So what I mean by that, and we'll give you an example here. The AI writer that I recommend, we'll leave a link down below, is called Anyword. And if you go to anyword.com and sign up for an account, they have free and paid accounts. You're going to go to Blog Wizard right here, and it's going to create your project. Now you could just make an article saying, write an article about the best umbrella strollers, but you don't want AI to be making any opinions here, right? You don't want AI to be making opinions that are false or anything like that. So you're going to want to have done your research, and then you can say, these are the top 7 strollers to use, right? Then I can say something like, make sure that these are the top 4 that you do, and I can, based on the research that I've done, I can establish these top 4 that we want to be written about. Now when I go and I can stick with the normal settings here, broad audience, use a normal tone of voice, then I'm going to establish a primary keyword, which is the keyword that we found, whether we were an Uber Suggest or Word Tracker or anything like that. We'll type in the keyword, which would be best umbrella strollers, right? And what's going to happen is it's going to take this keyword and try to insert that multiple times into the article to show Google this is the real thing that this is about. So you're going to click next right there, and it's going to give you a bunch of title ideas. Just make sure that the title has the keyword, right? So we talked about best umbrella strollers, so you want to make sure that the title has that. Strolling in style, best umbrella strollers for the fashion forward parent. I don't hate that. I don't love it, but we'll stick with that and we'll run with it. You can come up with your own if you want. Now next, it's going to give you an outline, and it's really, really cool because you're going to see right here in the outline, what it's gone and done is it's gone and filled in the blanks, right? We told it we wanted to make sure to have the Up a Baby G-Lux, we wanted the Cybex, we wanted the Coldcraft, and so it says, okay, these are going to be the main sections of my article. Now I can go in and I can add any more sections I want. I can say, oh, add this stroller or add this stroller if I don't feel like it's giving enough detail, or I can say, hey, can you write a section about what makes a stroller good or something like that. But now we've come up with a rough outline, and the outline is kind of human generated, and then the AI is the filler. And I know a lot of people are not happy with this right now, with the fact that AI is writing, but that's kind of where it's going. You're seeing major blogs, major news organizations start to switch to AI, and they're not going 100% AI. They're not just giving AI the liberty to write whatever it wants, but they're using AI to fill in the blanks. And then it's kind of like a human AI combo where a human kind of directs and guides an AI to do most of the work. And that way it takes a human 15 minutes to write a post instead of a couple of hours. And that's just the reality of the world you're living in right now, and for the next few years as AI starts expanding out content. So we're going to click next right here, and it's going to give us an amount. Now, typically I would say go closer to 2,000 words is what's done well for me. But if you only have a small number of strollers to write about or something, then you can go with 1,500. If you have a large amount, go maybe closer to 2,500. Then we're going to click on continue to editor, and it's going to whip out this awesome blog post. Again, we're going to want to read over this. It's been written, but it's been written by AI, right? So we want to make sure the recommendations are real. We want to make sure that everything is kosher in what's being said there. And we, as the baby expert, need to make sure that that's all real. So real quick, let's look at this. We've got a nice little intro. As a parent, it can be challenging to find a stroller that not only meets your practical needs, but also matches your sense of style. Luckily, there are plenty of options. Honestly, it's a decent intro. And then you can see each of these sections, the perks of umbrella strollers, the top pick, the Up a Baby G-Lux, and it gives all this information about it. And we're just going to want to read through and make sure that nothing sounds weird or crazy or obviously, of course, wrong. We also want to go and make sure that if there's a definitive opinion here, the definitive opinion is ours and not an AI, a definitive opinion who's obviously never used the stroller, because there's ethical issues there where an AI is saying this is the best stroller. I know it from personal experience when it doesn't. So you'll want to use your personal experience strollers as you talk about these products and insert your own personal experiences here if the AI does enter anything. But for the most part, what you're going to see is it's going to talk about the weight of the strollers. It's going to talk about how easy it is to fold and unfold. It's going to basically go over features that you would see on an Amazon page or something like that, where this is just kind of the things you need to know. It's got a cup holder, right? Just all kind of the little things and stuff that you need to know about that particular product. So again, you've read through this whole thing. It's the right amount of words. You feel good about it. All you've got to do is click copy to clipboard, and that entire blog post is now in your clipboard ready to go. So now we're going to head over to our blog, and we're actually going to insert that blog post, that first one, right? And what you're going to do is you're going to do probably one of these a day. It'll take you 20, 30 minutes to work with the AI and do everything like that, but you're going to do one of these a day, and you're going to get consistent at doing that. And so you can see right here, we're going to head back to this WordPress dashboard. We're going to click X right there if you're where I'm at. And once we're on this main dashboard, we're going to go to posts, and we're going to go to add new post. Now you remember we had a title earlier that it chose for us, and it was something along the lines of travel in style with these 5 best umbrella strollers or whatever it was. And then we're just going to paste that entire block that it just gave us into there. Now it doesn't look pretty right now, so it's going to take us a teeny bit of time to actually make it look pretty. I'm going to go remove that right there. Now what I typically do is you can see it's got a heading to each one of these, but it's not really formatted correctly. And so I'm going to go in and I'm going to add that heading for each one of these. So I'm just going to click plus right here. I'm going to click heading, and I'm going to click on H2. And you can see now it's got a spot for a heading. I'm going to take this out of that, and I'm going to insert it into my heading right there. Now it looks a lot better. I also like to kind of format it where I add a lot lot more white space, meaning that I click enter after about every 2 sentences. And you can see as I go and do that, it just looks more readable. You'll find that when you have a ton of non-white space, where there's just a ton of text sitting on this page, that people really struggle and they click away after they go to your blog because they say, there's this mountain of text. I don't want to read a mountain of text. I want to easily, quickly be able to navigate to the place where I want to on this page. Now you can see when I click preview right here, so I can go up to here, click on this little desktop icon, click desktop, and then click preview a new tab. It's going to kind of show what it looks like. And so this is a pretty good looking blog post. Obviously there's a few things missing. The main one being images to make it look good, add a little bit of spacing and stuff for people that are reading it. Now the easiest way to get images is there's actually tons of different free image websites. The one that I typically use is called pixabay.com. You could use an AI image generator if you want as well. It'll take a little bit longer, but honestly not that much longer. So we're gonna go to pixabay.com. We're gonna go in here and we're gonna type in images that would make sense. So for example, umbrella stroller is a great place. And you can see right here, I've got all kinds of royalty-free images. Some of them have nothing to do with strollers at all, but some of them are some pretty good images. So I'm gonna click into that one right there. I'm just gonna drag it onto my desktop like this right here. Now you're gonna wanna add a main image, and then I typically add an image underneath each of these top headers that we have. So I'll add a featured image, which is kind of the main image for the page. And the way you do that is if you go down to on this right side here and you click featured image, we can set the featured image by uploading that image that we just downloaded. And I'm just gonna go right here, and then I'm gonna click set featured image, and you can see it's now set. Now I'm also gonna wanna add images underneath each of these intros. So again, I'm gonna head up to here, I'm gonna click on that plus, and you can see right down here, it's got images, and I can just click and drag the image where I want it, which is right beneath that intro. I'm probably gonna use that same image for here, and then I would go and get a bunch of other images as well from Pixabay, another site called unsplash.com, or I would generate them using AI. And you can see now when we go here and we preview in this tab, we've got a much better looking article. Now the last thing we're going to want to do on these individual blog posts is we're going to want to add a category so that it knows where it needs to lie in our website. And so I'm going to click here to categories, and I'm going to say this one is about strollers, right? This is about a specific type of stroller, an umbrella stroller, and how to get the best umbrella stroller. And once we've chosen that category, we've chosen a featured image, then we are good to go, and I can click on publish. And when I go to my section for strollers right here, you can see that that article now shows up as the only article in the stroller section along with the featured image. Now the last thing we want to do is we want to change the way that our posts look, right? So right here, we want our post to look nice and clean. So we're going to go here on the left side again, we're going to click on settings, we're going to go to permalinks, and when you click on permalinks, it's going to give you all these different ways it can look. Typically, the way you're going to want to go with is post name right there. Now, when we go to these blog posts right here and we click on posts and we click on to view this post, you can see that's what it looks like. It looks good, it looks clean, and the URL, thebabyguys.com/travel and style with these 5 best umbrella strollers, is a good looking URL. Now, here's how this is going to play out. What you're going to be doing is content for a long time, right? You're going to get a ton of content, 6 months to a year worth of content, and you're going to start putting it out. Some of it's going to do well, and it's going to start showing up in Google after a while. Some of it is not. Now we need to start choosing affiliate programs. The reason we didn't choose affiliate programs in the beginning is a lot of this will come after we do our research and we know what we're going to be writing about. And especially as we start to see content rank in Google, then we know what content we want to connect with affiliate programs and things like that. Now there's 2 main places where on an affiliate marketing blog, I would recommend you go to start connecting with affiliate programs that can make you money. There's also one big bit of advice here I would give, and that's trying to combine digital products with physical products. So physical products like baby monitors and all of that fun stuff, you're going to find that you're going to get commissions ranging from 2 to maybe 8% max on these physical products because there's a lot of expenses that come into those. But there's also digital products in the baby space, right? Especially maybe if we're doing that how-to section where people might buy all kinds of digital courses, soothing sounds, subscriptions to kind of these baby monitor apps and things like that. There's a lot of different digital products you can sell in every single niche. And digital products tend to have significantly higher commissions. And so you like to mix them up if you can so that you can be getting 50% commissions as well as these 8% commissions. Now this does depend on the space that you're in. And so if you're in a space for like businesses, there's tons of softwares and you probably want to solely focus on these softwares where there's a ton of money. If you're in a space like baby, well, a vast majority of what people are going to buy is physical. So if it's physical and you're in a place where there's a lot of physical, then the first place you're going to look is just Amazon.com. Once you sign up for the Amazon.com affiliate program, I can literally go to any product on Amazon and all I've got to do is click get link right here and I can get the affiliate link and insert it into my blog post. Very, very easy to do. But again, the commissions aren't going to be great on that. And so the second place I would recommend you start looking is a site called clickbank.com. Now clickbank.com is kind of like an affiliate broker site where it's just got tons and tons of mostly digital products for a bunch of different niches. Now you want to be careful because a lot of what sells on ClickBank is not good products, but there's also some good stuff out there. And so we're going to sign up for a clickbank.com account, and you can see right here, we're going to go to marketplace and we're going to type in whatever niche that we have. You're going to see on the left, it's going to give you about 100 categories. Now the category that I chose is parenting and families, and you can see hopefully we find some in parenting and pregnancy and childbirth. And what you're going to do is you're going to start scrolling down through these different affiliate programs. This is one about reading, programs that help read. This is a pregnancy one that helps with infertility. Maybe you'll want to research that. This is saving a marriage, probably different. Here's a baby sleep miracle. Now, if that works, I can testify that's a huge one. And if it actually works and it's a good product, that's a big thing to promote. And a lot of parents have problems with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to look and we're going to click on promote right there. Then we're just going to see that default link right there. And we're going to click create hop link, and it's going to give us an affiliate link like that. So whether we're using Amazon or ClickBank, or if you're just finding affiliate programs through Google, meaning that I could head to Google and I could say best baby affiliate programs, and I'll find big lists of affiliate programs in the baby space. You'll have to sign up for each one individually, but you might find that there are better products there that you connect better with and that you feel better promoting. So that's the third way to go about it. But whatever way you end up going about it, you're going to end up getting all of these affiliate links. I just showed you how to get the ones from ClickBank and how to get the ones from Amazon. So we've got this blog post that we created, and we're going to have hundreds of those over time. And what's going to happen is as these blog posts start to get traffic, you can either do it after you start to see people clicking, or you can do it in the very beginning. I think we add ours at the very beginning on my blog, but you're going to go down and you're going to add your affiliate links to each of these strollers, right? For example, we've got here the Up a Baby G-Lux stroller. So I can click on that right here. I can highlight it. I can click link, and I can add my affiliate link. Now you can see here in my blog post, when I say top pick is the Up a Baby G-Lux stroller, light baby luxury. And if someone clicks on that affiliate link right there, they head over to this page on Amazon where they can choose that G-Lux stroller and make a purchase. Now we're going to move on, and we're going to talk about one really, really important part of an affiliate marketing blog or any blog, and that is backlinking. So what a backlink is where when I post a blog post, right, maybe another blogger out there from a larger blog, hopefully a big blog like Forbes.com, but probably a smaller baby blog, they leave a link in their blog to my blog post. Google looks at that link and it sees a recommendation. That's what Google sees that link as. It says, oh, they're recommending this blog, or they're recommending this blog post. So it's much more likely to rank in Google if it gets links like that. Not only does Google love links from other websites, Google loves internal links where you link to your own products on your blog. And that helps Google get a good idea of what each page is about and what each page should be ranking for. So you can see right here, we've got these categories right here: car seats, clothes, cribs, how-to, monitors. You're going to want to internally link as much as you can from all these to each other inside of their own little category, right? So we talked about making one big one for car seats. You're going to want to link to that somewhere in here. So you're going to want to do a quick edit and just add a sentence that says, if you're looking for a full buyer's guide, go here, or something like that. Then in your main one, you're going to want to link to that. And essentially each time you write an article, you're going to want to go look out there and say, okay, is there any other articles that I can link to internally on my own blog post? Because the more I can do that, the better it's going to kind of spread around, and you're going to find that each post tends to rank better. So we're creating a blog, we're researching articles that we want to post on this blog that can make money, we're writing those articles, we're adding affiliate links to those articles, and then we're just letting time do its job, and we're making money as those articles go out and rank.